Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. This is a video on the 1971 Honda SL125 full restoration. It's been a long time since I did a video on this one. This footage is taken in Massachusetts. It's actually from last December. What is it now? It's November. This is December 2024, and today is November 2nd, 2025. So it's from a year ago. I'm finally getting around to editing it. I have more of this footage, and the project is not done because of the move and everything, but I wanted to get a video out. So anyway, this is me trying to restore the Honda SL125. Thanks for watching. Okay, well, back on the Honda SL125 project. The thing that's been sitting in front of me, blocking me from doing anything with it, is the daunting task of lacing the wheels. Before I can even do that, I need to polish the hubs up, and that takes time just on its own. So it's got to go through like sanding, and so you get the hub. So this is the front hub. This is the rear hub. And I don't know why I have two of these, but this is the front drum brake hub, and this is the rear one. Two of the fronts, two of the front arms, and one of the back. And new spokes and new rims, which I bought 3 years ago. So let's see what's in this package here. Looks pretty nice. Don't see any rust. So that's the front. I think I'll leave the other one in the package for now. So I need to start polishing, sanding and then polishing. I don't know how great I'm going to be able to get these to look, but I'll give it my all. So I'm starting it with 320 grit. It's fairly smooth as it is, so all those scratches are from the 320. You can see the corrosion underneath. It kind of came out as I sanded it. So this is the finish that's on there is from the vapor blaster, and kind of hid the corrosion underneath. Can't really feel it with my fingernail. Well, I'm going to keep going. 320, 400, 600. Maybe I'll do an 800. What's this? 800, yeah. And then I'll start polishing. All right, and this is after 400 grit. Doesn't look like much. Just looks all scratched. Alright, 600 is next. This is after 600 grit. All it's doing is really kind of bringing out the corrosion. I think I'm going to get out the mothers and maybe gray Scotch Guard and see what that does. Well, at first I went with mothers and this red Scotch Brite. I didn't get anywhere. So then I went over and used the Roloc blue, and that really wasn't getting it corrosion off, and then I used the red one. That was more effective because it's a little more abrasive. Then I went back with the blue, and then I came back over here and just did mothers with a cloth. And I mean, it looks better, but you can see the corrosion in there. And unless I get the sand, start going hardcore with sanding, and that'll take forever. I'm not very good at that either. I don't know what it would look like if I just beat on it with a sander. From a distance, I think it's going to look fine when I'm done polishing it. So I'm going to do 800. I don't know that that's going to do any good, but I'll do 800 and then I'll start polishing it. Alright, well, I hit it with the 800, and of course it looks a little bit worse because it took the polish off. These marks here are going to be hidden by the spokes. Those are the outer spokes. They rub into it, so I don't care about that. We'll see how this is going to go. I'm not a very good polisher. So I'll start with the black polish wheel, which I think is that one. Well, that's black. It doesn't look like much. On to blue. Here it is after the red polish. So I said blue previously, I was wrong. So it's black, dark red, then blue, and then white. Doesn't look like much to me yet. Hopefully blue will do something. Done with the blue. I mean, you can just see all the corrosion if you look at it closely. I'm never satisfied anytime I polish anything. It looks a little shinier. I don't know. It's an awful lot of time to do not much. Oh well, I'll do the white. Alright, well, this is done with the white. There's some polish on it. I have to get off. I don't think it looks any different. I think it looks like shit, I think. So what I'm going to do is go back to mothers and just mothers and a blue cloth, and I'll call it a day after that. Alright, well, this is what I'm going with. It's, yeah, I think it looks like shit. Unfortunately, that is about my skill level. You can see all the corrosion, and it doesn't have a mirror finish. It's got a hazy finish. Anyway, I'm done messing around with it. That was probably an hour of work, at least an hour. So, this is a ridiculously long, boring process. This is an inner spoke, you can see by the angle. So this is going to go in like that, and then out excuse me, yeah, that's an inner spoke, and then this is an outer spoke. It's going to go from the inside, and go like that. I don't know how much of this I'll show, because there's 36 spokes. It takes a long time, and this is just the lacing part of it. The truing part takes even longer, but you gotta start somewhere. Alright, well I've kind of sorta got the spokes in the correct alignment. Now I have to start threading them into the wheel. Rim, rather. Don't think it matters where you start. There is an orientation to the holes, so I'm just going to make sure I get the holes correct. Alright, so I think I've kind of sort of done the first 9 spokes, which is the left-hand inner spoke. Every 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got the left-hand inners, and I'm going to do the right-hand inners, and then do the left and right outers. Alright, so I've got all of them on except for the left-hand outer. So now I gotta do that. Alright, so I got them all in there, but it's a complete fail because most of the spokes are sticking out, and that means that they're in the wrong locations. Also, if you look at the outer, the marks for the outer are over more, and each one of them is the same amount off the mark. So it's not slanted over, it's not, you know, this one should be over here somewhere. So I remember, I think 4 years ago, I did an Honda XL670, and I did the same exact thing. I did it all wrong, got all frustrated, took it all apart, did it all over again. Eventually I figured it out. So I'm just gonna I'll take it all apart again and try again. Alright, well, it's gonna take a long time. Alright, well that took about, I don't know, hour and a half, hour, just to do the lacing. So that's laced up. Now I have to do the truing part. I think I will do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll get started on the rear. One thing I have to do is find the bearings and put the bearings in it, because you need that to do the true. Okay, so here's the rear hub. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip bothering trying to sand it, and I'm just going to go right to the Rolock. I'll hit it with the red Rolock, then the blue Rolock, and so the sprocket is in front of this. You can't really see this face. Maybe if you're standing right behind it, you can see this and that a little bit from inside the wheel. And then there's a brake cover that goes over that. So those pieces are over here. Not gonna worry about these yet. I just want to get the wheels done. Try to get that part completed. So yeah, I'm just gonna hit it with a Rolock and see what that looks like, and then I'll start polishing it. Alright, well, I did red Rolock, blue Rolock, looked like shit. I sanded starting at 400, then 600, then 800, wet sanded it. Before I did that, I did Mother's with a red Scotch-Brite to try and get some of the dirt out of it. It looks like crap, but that's what I'm going to start polishing with. I just can't do polishing very well. I don't know the tricks. But, and also I can't have it take, forever. It already took an hour to get it to look like shit. So now I'm going to spend another hour getting it to look a little less like shit. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Hour and a half, 2 hours later. You can see all the Rolock sanding marks. If you're up close, looks like shit. But if you're far away, looks alright. This looks okay here. Not really, you can see the marks. But from far away, it'll look just fine. Alright, so now I'm going to lace it. And I don't think I'm going to show this because it's the same as that. Alright, well there it is. It's a lot easier lacing this one because I had done the other one. But what I don't like is that there are loose spokes and this is already out of play. It seems like they can go tighter. The screw head, you can see like that one's protruding out. Do I want that? Even if there's a rubber strip over here for the rim strip, that doesn't seem right. But so I had to tighten them. They're all mostly loose still, but just to get it so I couldn't like move this back and forth, I had to tighten them all up. Anyway, I'll leave that for the truing stage. So I do have the two wheels, and I think I'll do the truing tomorrow. I think that's enough playing with the wheels. Find nothing else to do. I got the swing arm that needs the bushings put in it, so I'll have to use the press. And then then of course I have these brake things. So one set of these brake thingies have to be polished. Pick one of the arms. So I could do polishing, but then again, I've done a lot of polishing today. I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I'll work on that. I have to get this bike out of here so I can set up the frame. I have to put the neck bearings in the frame. I got the front forks I could put together, so I can do something. I'm gonna take a break for now. Alright, well, this is the frame for the SL125. Here's the swing arm. And rim strips, tubes, tires are over there. This is all the stuff I had powder coated. There's a big box of parts upstairs. In this box is from the United Kingdom. So I sent the fork lowers and the clutch cover and the points cover, upper and lower, over to Harry Overton at Brightworks, who's an unbelievable polisher, and I got this package in 6 months ago. I have not opened it. Hopefully it looks fantastic. This is the old wiring harness, a couple old handles, new handlebars. Clean that up. This is some of the old stuff. That was the light that was in it. I gotta go through this so you can see I did take everything out and label it. Those are the rear. That's the swing arm bushings, but I got new ones. Here's some of the plastic rubber, the rubber for the gas tank. And I was looking for the axles. Yeah, here's, I think that's the swing arm. So I must have the axles in here. This is the intake boot. This one's in pretty nice shape, actually. And here's the speedometer, 5728. I think that's what I have it titled to. Well, anyway, yeah, so I've got a lot of the parts down. Upstairs, there's a brand new replica exhaust. There's a seat. I need these little things here. There's also, I think, a clip that holds the sprocket on. I have a new sprocket. I think it's black, but that's okay. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be black. So originally this would have been silver, and who knows what the paint job was. So I made it black with a red paint job. That was not original for this bike, but it'll look nice. Anyway, enough for now. Well, unfortunately, I have a problem with the rear wheel, and that is that just about every single spoke is threaded all the way in until it runs out of threads, and there's still loose spokes. And you can see, like, for instance, that one's loose. The end is popping through. This one is popped way through. There's a whole bunch that are like that. They're all right about the max. That one's popped through. That one, right? So when you true it, you need to have adjustment so you can tighten it and back it off. And there's no adjustment. It's all tight. It's all out of thread. So what can I do? What I'm going to do is, it seems like the spokes are just a little bit too long, which happens when you buy stuff that's, you know, from overseas, and it says it's to fit the bike, and it kind of fits. I mean, it's pretty close. It just doesn't fit. These ones on this front, I think that they are mostly out of thread, but I might be able to true that one. But I don't think I have a chance with this. So what I'm going to do is try and take out an outer spoke and see if I have a tap, or a die rather, that would fit it. It would be one of these small ones, if I have one. I'm not sure what to do otherwise. but this is gonna shut me down, which sucks because I really thought I'd be able to make some good progress. But, well. Alright, took the rear wheel back apart, and I'm blocked by spokes. But I figure I can put the bearings in. Actually, before I do that, I wanted to make sure I could get the spacer in. And I can, okay. That one's in. Alright. I need the, so this is the sprocket that was on it. And these things here bolt onto the sprocket. And then these inserts go in here. And then the inner part goes around the center, and then there's a big clip. I don't know where that big clip is. I suspect it's in a parts box over there. But I have to get these off and clean them up. 48 teeth. Guess I'll do that. Alright, well I've got these like stud things cleaned up. Here's the replacement sprocket. It's a 49 tooth. And I lined up the holes. And it's these smaller holes. And instead of putting the locking tabs on there, I'm just going to put these whatever these are, nylon locking screws. Maybe I'll go get some M8 washers. Alright, well, I've got to get the steering stem in, so need the bearings. So this is the bearing race. Top and the bottom are the same. These are always a pain in the neck to get in. And this thing must have fallen over because it's upside down. Come on. Alright, well, that seemed to actually not be too bad. I think it's in there all the way. Something that has been in my this little drawer here for 3 years is this VIN tag. 171 101 1724. (101 1724). Just barely can make it out. Alright, so I have to find the special little rivets for it, which I think are in here somewhere. I believe they're in here. Yes, here they are. And maybe I'll put a little black RTV on there. That's something I've been waiting to do for like 3 years. Gotta get the bottom race right down to here. Grease on there. I'm not gonna get that on there. Let's see if this will work. Alright. I was hitting on the very outside, so hopefully it doesn't look like I hit the bearing, actual bearing raised part, so should be alright. But that sucked. Pretty good. That does not fit. Alright, so I have to find whatever was on here originally. Okay, so I found the original thing, which is this. And here's the original braces and all the little ball bearings. So I think all I need is this. I think this will be fine. This has the same shape as the thing that's in there. So I gotta take the thingy off again. Yeah, you can see that the new one is a lot taller than this one, so hopefully this will be good to go. Right. There we go. Nice. Washer and this. There we go. Alright, so I don't want to lock it in place yet because there's a lot of other stuff that goes in here, and I have to get the forks. So I guess I could put the forks together, or I could work on the front wheel. I'll figure it out. So the benefits of doing powder coating is you drop it off and it comes back like this. I mean, look at this, it looks awesome. And this guy's really good about putting screws in all of the holes and nuts and taping. Like every one of these little holes is awesome. But here, where this bushing goes, they powder coated in there. So that's going to be a real pain in the ass to get out of there. And so I'm going to take this Dremel and try and get that powder coat out of there. Good enough, I guess. It took off some of the metal too. It's not great, but it's out of there. So now I'm going to put the bushings in. Some mud guard in. Probably have to do both at once, huh? There it is. Alright. We don't have to take those off again. Well, hey folks, thanks for watching. I don't know if it's clear on the rear wheel. The spokes were too long. So the rims and spokes I bought from wherever they were from. Maybe like Thailand or Cambodia. I don't know. So there's one of those places sells like lots of rims and spokes. So the spokes were too long, and because I had bought them 3 years previously, it's not like you can return them or complain once they've been on a shelf for 3 years. So I ended up buying the spokes from Partzilla, which was considerably more expensive, but not too bad. And I have yet to put that together. I'm looking at the wheels are over there. Still have to do some work on those, but so that'll be coming in a future video. Anyway, thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching. See you later.